So a lot of people have been asking me what Tradera is all about, and more importantly, if this is a real opportunity for beginner traders to actually learn how to trade, make money online, and of course earn residual income. And now, as many of you may know, a lot of the practices that we do here on our channel is investigate and research various programs and softwares, and whether it be social groups, trading groups, or even applications, to find out whether or not they are scams or something that we can actually use. Now, Tradera is a very hot topic that a lot of people have been asking about, and we figured that it was about time we actually formally introduced and discussed what this company is all about. So some of the main topics we will be covering in this particular video is more importantly, what is it? What is Tradera? Is this a real company? Is this a real opportunity? Benefits, how you can actually make money with this company, and of course comp plans and residual income opportunities that they also have to offer. Now, granted, those are just some of the topics, guys, but with those topics there is a lot of detail that comes with it. So I do suggest, and I recommend, and I hope you do it, guys, stay tuned to the very end of this video, so that way you can get as much information as possible, and that way you can decide for yourself whether or not Tradera is a good choice for you. Now, before we get started, guys, if you enjoy the content we share with you today, give us a thumbs up, like our videos. We appreciate and love your support. And if you are new to the channel, and if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on the bell notification, so that way when we go live with new updates, you don't miss out. Now, let's go in and let's get started. Now, I do just want to quickly just give a quick shout out to some of the people who have helped me understand what Tradera is all about. And one of the people in particular is this guy named Josh. He's one of the mentors who is part of this group. And if you actually join this program, you'll actually have direct access to him, including a lot of his daily sessions, webinars that he hosts in the group. And we'll go into more detail about that. But the reason why I'm, giving him a quick thank you is because of the fact that, just like you guys, when I first heard about Tradera, I had a ton of questions. And again, as I briefly mentioned before, a lot of the things that we do here on our channel, focusing on the trading industry, is, investigating different programs, trading applications, groups, to find out whether or not a certain system is a scam, or if it's really something beneficial that we can use to our advantage, especially for beginner traders. So I actually decided to take the plunge a couple of weeks ago. I joined Tradera for the first time, and I still had a bunch of questions, but I felt like I really couldn't gather all the information and answers to my questions unless I dove a little bit deeper. So granted, I know a lot of people don't just want to dive in just yet, so I'm going to share with you a lot of this information that I finally learned when I first joined, and that way you have all that information, and that way you can, again, decide whether or not you want to go in or not, guys, all right? And in regards to one of the mentors, his name is Josh. He actually presented a really cool and easy to follow webinar. And I'm actually going to kind of follow his style in this particular, for this particular presentation, because it was very helpful for me to understand everything. And I do believe that if it was helpful for me, it'll be helpful for you as well. All right, guys. So first off, as you can see, we do have this crazy image here that, I'm sure people are wondering, what are we looking at? And this is something to kind of reflect on during current events that are happening in our world right now. So as of right now, guys, it is the 13th of April 2020, and as many of you know, we are dealing with a global epidemic in terms of the coronavirus, which has impacted the world not just on a global market scale, but on a personal scale as well. As a result of this epidemic, many people are on lockdown. They're stuck in their homes. You really can't go anywhere, and you have to keep your distance with people, but not just on a social level, but in an economic level in terms of work. Many people aren't able to go to work, or people have lost their jobs entirely. And no matter what's happening with your career, your job, one thing that's sure in life, guys, is that no matter what's happening in the world, the bills never stop. And this really puts people in a serious predicament, because while there are a select few who are, still okay, referring to the one percenters and the multi-million-dollar companies and corporations who are, not really feeling the hit of this struggle, many people out there are. And, when it comes to income, the first thing that people think about when it comes to income sources is getting a job, like a physical job where you work for a boss, but you end up just, working for that job and you're making somebody else rich. And that is something that I really struggled with personally for quite some time. And that's why I actually got into working at home, getting involved in online trading. And I've actually been doing this for trading itself for the past 7 years, but working from home has been something that I've been, graciously, able to take advantage of for the past 3 years. And I love it, and I will never go back to working for anyone else again. And this is something that can be achieved by anyone, and not just for a select few, not for people who have hidden insider secret. This is something that is possible for anyone, and that is what Tradera is all about: earning money online, but not just that, but also earning a residual income. A scary statistic as of right now, today being April 13, 2020, as of right now, guys, here in the United States, there are over 6 million people who have applied for unemployment. And I know that other regions in the UK, for instance, have reached 1 million. And this is not just in these two regions, it's globally. And another scary statistic to think about is that 98% of people don't even have a residual or home-based income source. Again, people just go to work and that's how they make their income. So that is what Tradera is all about, guys, is trying to provide something real, concrete, but also valuable to the trading community. And there are multiple ways that you can earn profits. And again, we're going to go over this as we go along in this video. But first off, guys, what is Tradera? Well, Tradera is a company. It is a company actually based off in the United States. And it's a company that specifically focuses on providing services in forex trading, and not just forex trading, but also other services and comp plans, so that way you can earn residual income. So allow me to clarify, guys, that this is a real company. It's actually based off in the state of Texas, if my memory serves me correctly, and it's actually run by these two guys over here. One, his name is Eston. I think I'm saying his name right, Easton or Eston, and the other guy is Cody. These are the CEOs and CFOs of this company, Tradera. Okay, a company founded in 2019, so it's pretty brand new. And this is why this is like the best time to get started, guys, because it's such a new company and it's only going to soar. They started off with over 1,000 people in their groups, in their communities, and within the first 90 days, they grew from 1,000 to 20,000 plus, and continuously grown within the first 90 days, which is crazy. And there are a lot of calculations and estimates that this community is just going to grow, and that by September of 2020, we can easily exceed over 100,000 members. And I honestly think it'll grow a lot faster, but because this company is still so young, it has such a baby, but has such momentum, now is the time to get in. But again, you need to know all the information before you make that final decision. All right, guys. So Forex, for many of you who are watching this and many of you who have joined Tradera already, again, this is a community of beginners who don't know how to trade on their own, or don't know how to really trade in Forex or CFDs or cryptocurrencies. Some of you have probably never traded before, don't even know what Forex is. And a crazy thing about this, guys, is that even if you don't know what Forex is, you're already involved in Forex, whether you know it or not. And this is easily distinguished due to the fact if you have a savings account or checking account or anything that involves a bank. And with a bank, guys, they take your money, they put that into the market, and this is why bankers and these multi-million-dollar corporations are making millions and millions and millions of dollars a year. And of course, where does that money go? Well, it goes to the CEOs, their shareholders, their board of trustees. And as a thank you for making them rich, what do they give us? Well, they give us what? 2% increase interest every year. And you know what sucks about that 2% increase? You have to claim that when you do your taxes. During tax season, you have to claim the interest that you have earned, that minuscule value that the bank has said, here, thank you for making us rich. You have to claim that money. And you end up losing more money at the top of it. So you end up gaining 2%, and then in some cases you can lose more money because then you have to pay taxes. So it's ridiculous, guys. So Forex industry is over a $6 trillion industry. It's a big pie. And what Tradera is offering is the opportunity to take a bigger piece of that $6+ trillion pie. All right, guys? So how is this possible, guys? Well, here are some of the services that Tradera specializes and provides for everybody who joins. Trading education, and this is a huge component, guys. This is what makes Tradera so not just unique, but also very successful for the beginner trader. Knowledge is power, guys. And when it comes to online trading, whether you're dealing in forex, binary, CFDs, or even cryptocurrencies, there is no cutting the curve around trading education. Again, knowledge is power, and without it, you will fail. And they provide a lot of resources for this. Trade alerts. So these are actually alerts that you can actually receive on your phone, just like you receive a notification, like a text message or an email. And basically you can copy trades. And again, we'll go more into that in detail as we go on this video. You'll also have access to live trading sessions that you can not only learn from, but also copy trades. We also have updated market forecasts, which are updated every Sunday for the following trading week. Now, the 20 pip dip strategy is a very big hit, guys. And again, these are all exclusive for members who join Tradera. This is a strategy that I have never seen before, and I have divulged in many strategies. We actually post some strategies here on our channel based on from my trading experience over the past 7 years. But this is something that is very, very unique. And I just want to ask you guys a quick question in regards to this 20 pip and dip strategy. And that is it possible to turn a small, let's say $50 account, a broker account, and turn that into $12,000 in 30 days? All right. Let's let that question settle in for a little bit as we go. And we'll touch base on that when we reach more details on the 20 pip and dip strategy. Okay, guys? And of course, more importantly, trading community. I think this is by far my favorite aspect about this, because you're not alone, guys. When you join the trading community, when you join Tradera, you will automatically be invited to 2 different private Facebook groups, which will provide you with more resources, so that way you can achieve success, not just on the trading aspect of Tradera, but the marketing aspect, which again we will go over in more detail. So again, trading education, guys, there's nothing more important than, learning the basics, learning and understanding how trading works. And I know that this can be a very overwhelming concept for beginner traders, especially without any prior trading experience. But the way that they have it structured is extremely easy. And again, guys, you are watching people do this. You are engaging with other, beginner members. You are asking questions, and it's really hands-on and simplified so that anybody can succeed in this, from basic to advanced strategies, so you can grow and increase and harness your skills as you go along. And with one thing about information that is really interesting and can also, it is a reality, is that when you're provided with so much information, it can be very overwhelming sometimes. And for some people, you don't know where to start. And what's cool about Tradera and the communities that you'll be able to join when you join this program is that everything is provided, as you can see, what's called a 2-week to the market syllabus. Everything is provided for you. Step 1, this is what you do. Step 2, this is what you do. So that way you are guided hand in hand to succeed in both aspects of Tradera. So trade alerts, this is again one of the features I told about. You'll be receiving trade alerts. This is one of the cool features that you'll have access to, not just within your Tradera account, but you can also receive trade alerts via Telegram. Everybody knows Telegram. It's, works just like, a text message or an email, and it gives you all the information. So for instance, it'll give you a targeted asset, targeted direction, predicted take profit, stop loss, and entry levels. So with these types of trade alerts, you're literally just copying what they provide you from that alert, and you put that into your broker, and you can, make money from that trade. It is that simple, guys. You're copying and pasting it into your broker. And this is just one of the ways that you can make money while at the same time you are learning how to trade and make more money as well. And what's really cool about this, and this is obviously something I didn't know until I, looked back at, all the experiences from all the members, because again, I've only joined about 3 weeks ago. As of January of this year, being that we are now in the new year 2020, we are now over 8,000 pips in the profit. And just think about this for a moment, guys. If you don't really know what pips is, this is just one of the many things that you will learn. But when you're trading, and let's say that you only earn $1 per pip per winning position. If you were only doing $1, and granted, you could easily do more than that, this would mean that you would have already $8,000 in profits, which is pretty cool. So let that sink into your head a little bit, and it's pretty cool, guys. And again, you could easily make more than that. So live sessions is something that you will actually have access to in two different ways. One of them, of course, is within your own Tradera account, and they're actually hosted every from Sunday to Thursday, I believe, at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and they're all recorded too, which is pretty cool. So if there's a certain day or a certain session that you're not able to attend, you can actually just go back and you can rewatch it whenever you want. And again, they're every day, Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. And these are great ways that you can not only learn how to trade, but you can also copy with what these people are doing in these live trading sessions. So this is another way that you can earn money while you're learning. You can copy and replicate exactly what's going on during these sessions, enter the positions that they're entering, and collect the profits as well, which is really cool. Market forecast. Now, this is something that is more targeted for long-term traders and also swing traders. Basically, these are updated, every Sunday, and their projections for various assets for the next coming week. It gives you a breakdown, predicted market behaviors of where these assets are going to head. So again, these are more for long-term trades and swing traders, if that is something that, again, you will also learn through this entire process. So again, guys, the 2-week syllabus, this is how they make it simple so that, when you first join in, you're going to have access to a lot of information. So you won't be inundated and you won't be buried with this information, because they have it structured in a way that in week 1, day 1, this is what you do. Week 1, day 2, this is what you do. And they break it down so simple so that way you don't get lost. And again, guys, you're not alone, because you're in 2 different social trading communities on Facebook. So if there's questions, if you need help with something, I'm there. I will be more than happy to help you. And that's one of the things that I'll be providing for, anybody who wants to join. But there are many other people in there who will help as well. So again, you are not alone. Now, the 20 pivot dip strategy, this is really, really cool. And this is referring to that question that I asked you. Is it possible to turn a $50 account into $12,000 in profits in 30 days? So one thing's for sure, guys, is that math does not lie. Numbers do not lie. Results do not lie, okay? That's the best way to understand if anything actually works. And I actually have a little spreadsheet here, which I will throw up here on the screen. And this is just a projected little mathematical chart for you to view, where you can easily grow a $50 balance into, over $12,000. Now, granted, guys, we are dealing with forex and market conditions, so nothing in forex or nothing in any investment is guaranteed. I do want to, clarify that, guys. I mean, it doesn't matter what investment field you're getting into, whether it be online trading, forex, or any other investment field for that matter, guys. There is no guarantees, but when you are applying the proper tools and the proper strategies, let me tell you guys, from my 7 years in trading, when you apply a strategy, your chances and your risk factors, let me say that your chances of winning trades are increased dramatically and your risk factors are dropped significantly. So in other words, it is possible. All you have to do is just apply what they teach you. And in this 20 pip and dip strategy, this isn't something that is like long-term where you have to wait, a day or 2 days or the whole week in order to get profits. These are short-term trades that you can earn profits within a few minutes. And this also entails compounding your profits. And one of my favorite quotes in regards to trading, and this is actually from Albert Einstein, he said that compounding profits is the 8th wonder of the world. So I think I'll pop one up here in the screen so that way you can see the full quote. But very true, guys. And this is what this strategy and focuses on, is compounding your profits, multiplying your profits very, very quickly. So the answer is yes, you can turn a $50 account into a $12,000 profit. And again, you will learn this strategy and you can harness this yourself. So this is just another way that you can make profits. And imagine when you reach that $12,000 marker or $10,000 account, imagine applying that same strategy from $10,000 forward. The profit gain is exponentially huge, guys. So again, guys, trading community, again, my favorite factor of this program is the fact that you are not alone. There are too many programs out there. Again, that is what we do on this channel, is review different services. And there are just too many of them out there that just leave you in the dust. They say that this service or this trading application or whatever that they're selling is going to do all this stuff for you, or, you know, they're going to guide you by this nameless guru. And then that's it. You're left in the dust and you have no idea what to do. And you're left with a program or a trading app or something that you don't even know how to do because no one's there to guide you. But that is not what you're going to find here in Tradera, because we are a community, an actual Facebook trading community with access to so many resources. And again, you're dealing with daily webinars, daily live trading sessions, daily updates, trade alerts that you can copy. It is unlike anything we have ever seen. Now, granted, a lot of people are going to start asking, well, okay, well, how much does it cost? What is the catch? You know, things like that. And honestly, guys, there is no catch. To get started, it's actually only $99. And again, you're going to have access to all of the features and benefits that we just covered. But there's more, guys. There is actually more features, benefits that we haven't even gone yet that we're going to go over in just a moment. But from what we've covered, everything that we've covered already, all of that will actually pay itself your $99 membership, which is an absolute joke. From everything I've learned, from everything I've seen, guys, this is a steal. This is a giveaway. So allow me to break it down. How does it pay for itself? Well, again, you have the trade alert, so you can actually copy trades and, you know, place on a daily basis and put them into your broker and collect profits from there. You can easily make $50, $100 more every single day. So within a day or two, you can easily, you know, make that membership fee back, which is pretty simple. And then you have the rest of the days of the month to make profit. That's all profit in your pocket. And not to mention, you can also copy the trades and the profits and all the trading positions from the webinars, trading sessions, the trading educations that are live every single day, every single week. And of course, don't forget that powerful 20 pip and dip strategy, which will allow you to compound your profits on top of that, guys. So again, this pays for itself. Now, it gets even better, guys, because like I said a couple of times, I'm not sure if you caught onto it, but there are a couple of sides to Tradera that you will have access to. There are two sides to this company. One of them, of course, is the forex aspect, which is what we just covered, and the other is the marketing aspect, where you can earn extra money on top of that. Believe me, guys, you're gonna love this. Now, before we get into the details of their compensation plans and things like that, I do just want to clarify that when you become a member of Tradera, you will have access to both aspects of the company, the trading side and the marketing side, automatically. It doesn't matter if you just want to join Tradera just for the trading side, that's great. If you have some marketing skills and you want to take advantage of the marketing aspect of Tradera, you can do that too. If you want to do both, that's even better, guys. You'll have more money. And again, it doesn't cost money for either one. Your membership includes both of them. And like I talked about, you know, with the trading aspect of Tradera, that, you know, you'll be part of a private trading Facebook group. You will also be included in a private, separate Facebook group for the marketing aspect of Tradera. And just like with the trading group, you are guided with a syllabus and, you know, a guideline for what you need to do so that way you can succeed. They do the same thing for the marketing aspect. So you're not alone in the trading aspect, and you're not alone with the compensation plans either, guys. So what is this all about? What is the compensation plan? How can you earn residual income with this? All right. So one thing that they do here, guys, and this is what I love about this, is you can basically just refer 3 people under you. You can 3 friends, family members, or 3 complete strangers. I don't care. All you have to do is refer 3 people, and that's it. And your account is free. And when you do this, you're labeled as a founder. And when you do this, you know, once you have your 3 people, whoever they are, then you can start taking advantage of their marketings and earning residual income. So So what we're looking at here, guys, is a basic chart. And as I mentioned, guys, founder is the first level. So you refer 3 people, your membership is free. And granted, guys, I'm sure everyone can agree that everybody loves free stuff, right? But what's even better than free stuff is being able to be, paid on top of that. You have a free membership, and now let's get paid more money on top of the money that we are earning from the trading aspect of Tradera. And the way that it works, guys, is just by having more people thrown under your team. So the next level is what's referred to as Knight, and that's when you have 3 people under you, but let's say like those people under you start referring other people because, hey, they all want to get their free membership. Those numbers multiply, and if you have just 10 people under them, you start earning automatically $125 per week as a Knight. So you just went from founder to Knight, and boom, you earn $125 per week. Now the next level is Noble. Again, you only need to refer 3 people. That's it. You don't need to refer 10 people or 25 people if you don't want to, just 3. And those 3 people are going to try to find ways to get money, to get people under them, because again, they want their free membership as well. So when you reach Noble, you start receiving $250 per week. So that's what, $1,000 per month. Next level is Bishop, so that's where you can earn $2,000 per month. That's $500 a week. Then we have Dutch and Duchess, which is $1,250 per week. So if my math is correct, that's what, $5,000 a month, right? And again, guys, this is all just residual automatic income that is thrown into your account every single week because of referrals. And as you can see, the numbers, the team members, there's, for Knight, it's 10. For Noble, it's 25. Bishop is 75. Duchess is 250, 500, 1,000, and so on. Again, you don't need to refer 10, 25, 75, 200, 500, or 1,000 people. All you need to refer is 3 people, and your membership will be free. Those people who signed up under you are also going to want to take advantage of that free membership. They're going to find their 3 people as well, so they can have a free membership. So it just multiplies. It just naturally builds and multiplies. And when it multiplies, you start earning this residual income. And then there's higher levels here, guys. King and Queen, you start earning $5,000 per week. That's $20,000 per month. Emperor, Empress, that's $12,500 a week. It's a little small. I can't really read that correctly, but I think that's right. And then you have Legend. Legend is actually something that a couple of members have already achieved within the past couple of weeks, which is absolutely insane. This is $25,000 per week, and that's $100,000 per month. So I do want to ask yourself, guys, this, what would you do, or how would your life be improved if you just made a couple extra $100 a week, or a couple $1,000 per week, or just a couple $1,000 per month? This could definitely improve the lives of a lot of people out there. And again, you only need to refer 3 people. That's it. So if you have any questions on that, guys, please feel free, drop a comment, let me know. And, I did have a couple of people who asked me, well, this kind of sounds like a pyramid type of setup. And the answer is no, guys. We're actually going to do a video dedicated, I think we'll do it tomorrow, dedicated on the whole structure. And you're going to see that this is nothing like a pyramid whatsoever, because again, you only need 3 people and your membership is free. And your people under you are going to try to take advantage of getting their free memberships as well. By how? By getting 3 people under them. And by doing that, it multiplies, and you'll start reaping these types of benefits. So, of course, now is the time to make the decision, whether or not this is worth it for you. Are you a beginner trader? Do you want to harness your skills? Do you want to learn how to get involved in online trading? Or are you just trying to look for something to, improve your own marketing campaigns, or get involved in the marketing side itself? Whatever it is, guys, the choice is yours. And again, you'll have access to all of this as a member of Tradera. But of course, just like I told you when I first started, 3 weeks ago, I still didn't have all the answers. And it wasn't until I actually took the plunge, signed up for my membership, and I joined. And I'm so glad I did, because a lot of my questions were finally answered. And I am really excited to see that this is something unlike anything I have ever witnessed or reviewed in the past 3-4 years that we have been researching different programs for online trading. And this is something that we are not going to see anywhere else. Tradera is one of a kind that provides all of these benefits, and again, for a small fee that you can easily make back in one day of copying signals and viewing and attending their live training sessions and just copying what our mentors are teaching us and earning while you learn, guys. So that's basically it. That's just all the information I want to share with you. And of course, if you do have any questions or comments, feel free to come forward. I also invite you guys to email me directly, so that way we can stay in direct contact. Don't forget that when you do join, you are going to be invited to their private social Facebook groups, but we're also going to be associated personally within Facebook as well. So that way, guys, because again, you are not alone. I'll be there to help you, and many other people within the groups will be there to help you as well, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I hope you found it helpful. Again, this is something that was provided for me, and it provided a lot of the answers, and so I hope that it really helped you as much as it helped me. So thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for taking the time. I know this video was a little bit long, but I want to give you as much information as possible. So thank you for watching if you reached up to this point, and stay tuned for more updates, because again, we are going to post different updates regarding the company in terms of progress, results, personal experiences, things like that. So definitely stay tuned, so that way subscribe, and that way you don't miss out, guys. All right, so thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you